All right, the start of the WNBA season is upon us, and after doing some research and thinking about how I was going to do a cocktail to start off this season, I knew that ultimately I had to start it off with the 4-time MVP and reigning champion A'ja Wilson. So when I was doing my research, I found a drink called the 4 Aces, which just fit so perfectly. You know, 4-time MVP on the Las Vegas Aces. And so this drink is going to be a riff on the 4 Aces, working in some nods to A'ja's long and successful career. So to start off with the 4 Aces, we actually have to do something that we haven't done before, and that is Muddle. And that is Muddle 6 green grapes. Muddle 6 green grapes in our shaker. And then give them a good press, really squeezing all those juices out. All right, now with them all muddled up, we're gonna add some ice to our shaker and then start adding the rest of our ingredients. Starting off with some Moonshine in a nod to our playing days at South Carolina. Then for some ball knowledge, we're actually gonna add 3/4 of an ounce of Baijiu in a nod to our one season playing overseas on the Shaanxi Red Tigers. And then building out the rest of our drink with 1/2 ounce of ginger liqueur, 1/2 ounce of lime juice, 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, and 4 basil leaves. I'm gonna give that a shake. And now because we have a bunch of particulates in there from both the basil and the grapes, we are actually going to double strain this, so straining it once to catch the big stuff and twice to catch all the little stuff into our Coupe glass. All right, and so this is our lovely All About A'ja. Let's give it a try. Woo! Obviously the Baijiu is bringing in all of those sort of, really nice, guava, pink peppercorn kind of notes that it contributes. But the Moonshine is actually bringing in a bit of this sort of like corn sweetness to it. So they kind of, don't counteract each other per se, but sort of, round out each other's harsh edges. The ginger actually kind of gets lost. It's kind of surprising because it's not a weak flavor by any stretch of the imagination, but it just doesn't really kind of have the strength to stand up to the Baijiu and the lime juice. Those are really the 2 dominant flavor notes in this drink, and everything else is just kind of there to support and round it out a little bit. That grape flavor is actually present though, and it's really kind of nice and subtle. The basil also surprisingly really doesn't come through. I would have thought that would have come through far stronger than it actually does. But all in all, no complaints, a lovely drink, and I am looking forward to seeing what this season holds.